And welcome back to the show, everybody. We're glad to be back. We have our guest speaker, Russell Wright, owner of Wright Brothers Supermarket, former owner of Wright Brothers Supermarket. So let's get down to it. Tell me about your business.
Our business was a small store, grocery store, that we basically had a convenience store on one end, full meat and produce on the other side. Just a basic grocery store, convenience store combination in a small community.
So, what made you want to start a business?
Well, you got to realize that in 1987, it was just after the kind of the Reaganomics in those 6 years, and the economy was booming. And in our small community, there was not a grocery store, and my mother had been driving to town for 30 miles for all of my life, and I had kind of seen that, and I saw the need. Necessity is the mother of all inventions, and it kind of works the same way with business. The business climate was good. Banks were willing to loan. I mean, we'd come off the double-digit interest rates on loans like you'd had in the Carter years, and so it was a great opportunity.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. The politics behind it. Especially the political climate we're in now. So my next question: How did you get started?
Well, actually, once we had the idea, like I said, the banks were willing to loan, and we had some friends that were quite a bit older than us. Me and my brother were just out of high school, and we had some friends that had done this similar business, and they kind of got us started with some people that would be our wholesaler, that would supply us and those sort of things. And we went to the bank with our idea, and crazy thing is, they loaned us the money, and there we go.
All right. Next, let us move on. Okay. What was it like co-owning a business, co-owning a business with another person?
Interesting question. It was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. Co-owning a business with your brother, we worked together great. We really didn't have that many disagreements or arguments, but there always was the deal of one of us always had to be at the business. And so there was very little time for us to do things, fun together outside the business. If he was working, I could be off, and if I was working, he could be off. And we spent a ton of time together working, but
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop you real quick. Let's just move on. We're gonna. Can we get a word from our sponsor? It's Coke. So, I understand you're working for Coca-Cola now. How's that been?
That's really weird. It actually is really rewarding. I can use my experience of being in the grocery business, and now I'm on the other side of it as a wholesaler. So I have a lot of insight that's unique to my business.
Oh, almost forgot to do our slogan for live for today.
I believe that's Pepsi's motto.
I know.
Wow.
Okay. So, back to the questions. What was the hardest part of the job?
Hardest part of the job, probably the hours. Owning your own business, you're really there all the time. It's tough to sometimes have a family and do the things you need to take care of as a family, as a dad, but that's probably the hardest part. It's the number of hours you have to commit to being there and you're responsible for.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, what was your favorite part of the job?
Favorite part of the job was, all the free candy and Cokes you could drink. You know, really, even though I did have to spend a lot of hours, it was kind of cool to have my kids at the store. They spent a lot of time up there, and we played a lot and did a lot of things in the store. And being in a small community, it was the hub of the community, and I knew everybody in town, literally everybody in town.
Let's keep family issues out of this. We're gonna stay strictly business here. And we got an agenda we need to keep on. If you go back, what would you do different?
Honestly, I don't think I would agree to do this interview. I think that's, if I could go back, that would be the thing that I would do differently.
Do you have any, closing, do you have any advice for, up and coming entrepreneurs, kind of doing the same thing you did?
Go for it. I mean, really, that's the bottom line, is you gotta go for it, and you gotta go full speed, and just, if it's your dream, I'd say go for it, and, get good people around you and go all in.
Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. This is between two plants. It's great.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done. I can't believe you talked me into this. You're grounded.